Mike Zulu Tower, proceed direct courier, intersection on the way 32, cliff takeoff.
Alright, direct courier and cliff takeoff runway 32, 69 Mike Zulu. Alright, my controls, mixture's rich. Lights are on.
Lights are on. Okay, turn off. I leave the landing light on, strobe light on.
Cool.
Didn't turn off the other lights.
Alright, finals clear. And we're clear for takeoff.
Clear left, clear right.
Alright, runway 32 is verified.
Yeah, you gotta do right brake.
For 100%. There we go. We're up there or thereabouts. Rotate at 70?
71.
71. Rotate. There we go. Here goes the sunglass.
Okay, above 90, flaps up.
Alright, flaps coming up.
Landing light off.
Renata Mike Zulu, got a rock for departure.
Alright, your departure, 69 Mike Zulu.
What did he
Alright,
say?
he's at contact departure.
Oh.
And go direct to courier. And gotta go nav here.
Three one three Charlie Hotel. You said transponder at block 1305. Let's get the flight following the whole way. 1305, 3 Charlie Hotel.
Rockford departure 069 Mike Zulu, 1,700, climbing 3,000 direct courier intersection.
That's North 600 Mike Zulu, Rockford departure, radar contact, and climb maintain 7,000.
Alright, up to 7,000 now, and 69 Mike Zulu requests actually to amend that to 5,000 for the top altitude.
Mike Zulu, amend up to maintain 5,000.
Maintain 5,000, 69 Mike Zulu, thank you.
Yeah, this would probably not be cool for me to come back in.
Yeah, coming down at 2,300 bases, stuck at 18.
Flight 2, Rockford surface winds are 270 at 100, gust 24. Flight 2, and we are landing short, sir. Flight 2, Roger, bring change of route.
You said Terry has a car now, is that what I heard?
What?
Did I hear you say Terry has a car now?
Yeah, my stepson's not leaving till 6.
Oh, okay.
So she's not stranded, so it doesn't matter. We're good.
Good. save them. We're on the glide slope. And I got the runway in sight there. I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to approach real quick to call and cancel. Green Bay approach, this is 69 Mike Zulu. Go ahead and cancel IFR.
November 9 Mike Zulu, IFR cancellation received, Squawk VFR, have a good day.
Alright, Squawk VFR, frequency change, good day, 69 Mike Zulu.
Alright. How did you know you were on the glide slope?
What's that? This arrow over here.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Menominee traffic, Cirrus 69 Mike Zulu, 3 miles straight in, runway 3, full stop, Menominee. Oh, so now my trim works.
Huh.
I wonder if we weren't just going too fast. If your servo's weakening or something. If the trim servo's getting a little weak.
I don't know. More likely it was a condition that we made.
More than likely.
Is what I'm finding. Figuring out what those conditions are so you don't repeat them are my biggest goal these days.
Yeah. All right. And we like 85 final approach speed, yeah?
Yep.
Flaps are full. A little left crosswind, that's no problem.
500.
Cap's no longer available. Menominee traffic, Cirrus 69 Mike Zulu, short final, runway 3, full stop, Menominee. Alright, runway's clear.
Yeah, that was a Cessna landing.
Yeah, it was a little high there. Bring those, you got the flaps up, and yeah, I gotta let keep the nose down in the ground effect a little bit longer, huh?
You're just high.
Cool, we'll take Bravo. I'll let you take controls, I gotta find out where we're going.
Okay.
Your controls.
My controls.
And Bravo is right up here, that should take us into the terminal.
Heard anything? Nobody fly around here?
I guess not. What's your elbow? Cool.
Menominee traffic, Cirrus 69 Mike Zulu, taking runway 32 for a southbound departure. Menominee traffic.
Yeah, looks like he already slid it away.
This is 32 right here, right?
Yep.
In for 71. Instruments in the green. 71. And we're off.
be fine if I just have us go, set it to go direct to Janesville?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna put us over through to Charlie while I went around.
Oh, okay. We'll just get flight following.
That's why I put it out that way.
I'm sure they'll let us through, but
Well, we're gonna be awfully low.
he'll probably let us through. Maybe not, but we'll see. We can tell him, let us through or make us IFR.
Yeah, I just went around just to avoid it.
Okay, with some flight following?
Yeah.
What mode is your autopilot set to right now? In heading. Yeah, it needs to, you need GPS. Heading follows the heading bug.
Oh, I had a bug. 320. Okay.
Yep.
So that was wrong.
Yep.
I did it out. I was following your instructions for the runway.
Yeah.
Taking off.
Yeah, you had the approach run.
Skywest 5527, Green Bay departure, radar contact, turn left heading 130, climb and maintain 9,000. Skywest 5527, 130 on the heading, climb, maintain 9,000.
Green Bay approach, Cirrus 69 Mike Zulu, just left Menominee, looking for a flight following.
November 69 Mike Zulu, Green Bay approach, roger. I do have a flight plan here, but you just want flight following?
Just flight following, please.
November 69 Mike Zulu, roger, squawk 3623.
3623, 69 Mike Zulu. I just turn them off while I'm in the middle because it's
Yeah,
boring stuff. Yeah, and it helps on the editing.
Right.
Okay, so let's go to chart. Go chart. Go select chart. Autofill. And okay, so now we'll have you bring it in on a VFR, and I want you to try and, other than the fact that you know this place like the back of your hand, where I should be pointing my my GPS or my heading and when, so I can see how you might suggest that I do it.
Okay.
In my actual. I'm trying different things.
Yeah.
And Terry can't help me, and you're not with me, so I can't. And not everything works perfectly at every single place, but we spent 8 days in 14 airports and went 3,800 miles.
So like for this, right? Winds currently in Janesville are 290.
Hang on, let me just double check our traffic. Okay, go.
Winds in Janesville at 290, right?
Right.
So we're going to land on runway 32.
Probably.
He's going to tell me to enter a right midfield downwind for runway 32.
Okay. So just head, in that particular case.
So this way I'm just going to keep flying until I get to the traffic pattern.
Right.
And then I'm going to cut off the autopilot and hand fly the traffic pattern, right?
Right.
Now, let's say...
now let's say it's 1-4.
Let's say it's 1-4. Alright, then if it's 1-4, I'm just doing the autopilot until I get to a distance where it's like, okay, I should turn to a base. Then I cut off the autopilot and I turn on the base. And then that's how I do it. I don't, bother really. I just get to where it's like, so runway 14, right? Runway 14 base might look somewhere like that. So if I draw a whole line out, right? Okay, that's about where the base would intercept. So about, 3 miles from the airport, 2-3 miles from the airport, I cut off the autopilot and I'll hand fly it in.
Yeah, okay, I've been kind of doing that, or trying to get it on here so I can see it, because I can't obviously see it on there.
Yeah.
And then what actually happens more often than I care to admit is that I don't see the damn runway soon enough. I'm sitting here cruising, looking, where is it? And the next thing you know, I'm on top of the damn thing. And
yeah.
That's what happened when I was flying to my buddies.
Well, for one, keeping a little altitude under you, so when
I was doing this, I had to fly around. I was flying around a storm.
Okay.
And I was trying to thread the needle of a microburst that was literally, over at the lake end right there.
All right.
And the airport ended up being where at the end, and it was at the edge of water too. And it was green, and I couldn't see it because it was covered by the trees.
Yeah.
Until we were coming up, I was at the departure.
Yep.
Going, oh shit. And then I didn't know where the wind was. There wasn't any AWAS. But my buddy he was sitting on the runway with a radio. It's a private runway. And I heard him click 4 times, and then AWAS came on.
Oh, nice.
I said, actually, that was Bob. And so then I could hear it because I was going to fly over it and get the windsock just so I could see what was going on.
Yep.
But I wanted to avoid the turmoil. And like I said, once again, I was totally prepared, but I was having a hard time realizing, oh shit, I'm already here.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to fix that. There's our Class C. Charlie. Also, I tried avoiding the chart. In Florida, there's a runway every
6
4
seconds.
miles, yeah. And they're big ones. So I tried to avoid that, and we are also going underneath the clouds. We spend a lot of time going low.
Yeah.
And the ATC said, I don't recommend you go at that altitude because it would put us right in the
flow.
path, yeah. Even though we're outside of the Charlie or the Delta, it wasn't a good place to be. So he told me to go lower. It was fine with me. So I go, get this. Nope, it doesn't keep it unless I hit enter, enter. Okay, so if I pick an approach, so it is 3-2. Here's a good example. I want to see how to do this. Because I was coming into this thing where the approach was giving me the vector. So we want, let's say RNAV 32. Is there such a thing?
Yep.
So that would just be a visual 32?
No, that's a GPS instrument approach.
Okay, so if I want to do...
Don't you have visual approaches in here? I think you do, don't you? Yeah.
Oh, there's a visual. Okay.
So there,
for your airport, but not everybody has that, right?
No, that's everybody does.
Oh.
That's your GPS thing. That's
so I want visual 32, right? So I hit enter. Now straight in, left base or right base. So we're coming in for 32. It's going to be a right base, right?
Really? I mean, sure, right base or right downwind.
Oh, right. Okay, there it is. That for. Okay, so right downwind. So now.
Yeah.
Switch tanks.
So anyway, yeah, so you put that in. Now if you scroll out into Janesville. Yeah, it's got a visual, yeah.
Which is kind of what I was looking for, just so I can get a visual, so I can see, I can look on the map saying, okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
And I need to turn here.
Right.
Because we landed in Kentland, which is really cool, a nice airport, cheap fuel, just south of here.
Yep.
And it was in the middle of a windmill farm.
Oh, really?
So Terry was a little bit nervous as we were getting into it because we were flying low.
But just don't fly into a windmill and you'll be fine.
But those kind of things would be nice because I once again I came up on it and I came up on it too soon. I was higher than I wanted to be because I was trying to avoid the windmills.
Right.
November 226 Kilo Mike, Green Bay approach to the Green Bay altimeter 2954.
Okay, so if we look at this, it's 25. So if we look here,
yeah, it looks like we're probably going to need to grab IFR the rest of the way in. The clouds at Oshkosh right now are overcast at 2,500, scattered at 1,200, broken at 1,700, and overcast at 2,500. So.
Okay. So.
Just copy our IFR.
You're playing.
You can keep flying. I'm just going to grab the grab our IFR.
Okay.
Approach is Cirrus 69 Mike Zulu. Looks like the clouds are kind of dropping off ahead of us. Can we go ahead and copy an IFR into Janesville?
So he had your flight plan.
Yeah.
November 9er Mike Zulu, Roger, you're cleared to the Janesville Airport via direct Luco, direct Tiro, direct. Climb maintain 4,000 and say if you'd like a different altitude.
Alright, clear to the Janesville Airport via direct Luco, direct Tiro, direct, maintain 4,000, 69er Mike Zulu. And Luco, So now what we need to do is I need to put in there's a can't you
Tap right there. So you can go get the little line thing. So we are already.
yeah replace that replace this with Luco. Yeah, clear that one more time. There you go. And then yeah, if we can
so enter
waypoint.
point,
And then Luco is L-E-W-K-O.
L-E?
Yep, L-E-W-K-O.
Luco.
Yep, enter. And then go ahead and activate that. And then cool. And then that's got us on the good. All right, and then Tiro. That's T-I-R-R-O. And actually, that's going to be on the RNAV runway 32. So if you go ahead, scroll to Janesville approaches. So just see where it says Janesville approaches right there. Scroll through that a little bit. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then scroll down to RNAV runway 32.
RNAV.
There you go. Enter. Then you're going to scroll down to Tiro.
Oh.
There you go. Good.
Oh,
and
cool.
so yeah, Luco, and then that's going to take us to Tiro after that. And we're going to go ahead and take a look here at our little flight plan it's got going on here. Now it's got us going to Janesville. We want to go ahead and just fill in this gap. Actually, no, we don't. We want to
what do you mean?
disregard, and then we want to come here, waypoint, and then we want to put in. We are actually going to put in Tiro. I thought it would work a different way, but it did not.
If you tap on it, it'll bring the text up there.
There you go.
Alright, so now, so what, do we need to change that?
No, this is going to stay in there. So if you zoom out on this and scroll down to Janesville. So it's going to go Luco. That's going to go Luco, and then it's going to turn us to Tiro after that.
Remember, 297 changed to my frequency 120.3. 20.3, Cessna 297.
Okay, so
Green Bay departure start 51 Uniform Delta 1400,
now
climbing
we have the gap in
3000.
the route, so when we
November
get
297, roger.
closer, do we...
November 51,
No, that gap's
Green Bay
gonna
departure.
we want that gap to
direct
stay.
to Butte Airport, climb
So,
maintain 6,000.
I would only fill that gap if I wanted to fly to Janesville.
6,000, start 51
So, as in like, I would...
November
if I-
69, Mike Zulu, contact Milwaukee approach 127.37, good day.
12737, 69 Mike Zulu. Good day. 127.3. Milwaukee approach, Cirrus 69 Mike Zulu's with you at 4,000.
Alright, 600 Mike Zulu, Milwaukee approach, ask actual cylinders 29er 59er.
29er, 59er, 69 Mike Zulu.
So, basically, if we connected this gap, if I click gap en route and it connected KJVL and Tiro, what it would do is it would take us to Janesville, then Tiro, then back to Janesville.
Oh, okay.
I don't want that.
Oh. Okay, so now we've got this. This is what I want to see. Now we can't see that on here, right? Can we? No, I can't. There it is. Alright, so now that is...
Start 59er Mike, and whenever you get early to the approach, you're going to stay with me for a couple extra seconds. I got one departing 27 there at Fond du Lac.
Okay, so this will send us to that approach point on the... Okay, so if I go to chart...
Yeah, no, I'll clear you for the approach. I'm just not going to change our radios just in case they don't depart in time.
So select chart. So we're doing RNAV 32? That
Yep.
one?
Yep.
Play chart. Okay, cool. So there's Tiro. Okay.
5 Niner Mike, descend and maintain 2,700.
So, on Tiro, so we're theoretically going to make a really sharp turn at Tiro?
No, when we get closer, they're going to vector. They're just going to give us a vector, and they'll tell us like to turn heading 270, and then just intercept the final.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, when they do that, we're going to click proc, and then we're going to click the RNAV32, and then we're going to reactivate. We're going to activate it as vectors instead.
Okay, that's stuff I want to see. I really like buzzing the ground.
Yeah, it's more fun, isn't it?
Yep. Okay, so this does me no good until we're actually there, right?
Sure, 159 Mike, roger, and that traffic's no factor. They are westbound now off the departure end. I for cancellation received, radar Cirrus terminated, squawk VFR, and for change for a good day.
Now, so do you pick, when he asked if you wanted to go higher, did you pick the 4,000 just because it's in between above the clouds?
He assigned us 4,000. If you want to go, we can go higher.
Except 349 Mike, departure, identify and maintain 1313,000.
Let's actually go to 8.
I didn't know if you wanted to do that on purpose or...
No, nothing in particular.
Push at 349's radar contact, 3 west of the Fond du Lac Airport, turn left heading 210.
Yeah, just say Cirrus 69 Mike Zulu request 8,000.
69 Mike Zulu request 8,000.
Or 600 Mike Zulu, climb and maintain 8,000.
8,000, 69 Mike Zulu. Should I say climb and maintain?
Technically, yes, you should say climb and maintain, but...
So I was looking for the number to make sure I got it right.
8,000.
Push at 349, continue left turn direct to first 6 DAF Blue.
Okay, now I had set these to make it so I wasn't climbing so fast. I mean, so hard.
Yeah, right.
I haven't figured out whether it's better just to go for it or to not.
What some people like to do is like if you got a high performance like this, is start in vertical speed mode and then change to indicated so it doesn't just do the, big nose up.
Oh.
Push at 349, contact Chicago Center 132.1.
Well, once I'm going, I don't really have to change that very often.
Yeah.
It's just when I'm, in the trip.
Right.
I changed it a couple times. When we were doing the roller coaster thing, then I changed it. But oftentimes I had to put it back because I was trying to get up or get below the clouds. They come a lot faster than you'd think.
Yep.
They're way out there, and then the next thing you know, it's, oh shit! And trying to anticipate whether I need to go higher or not, that was more interesting than anything. Because I was looking at it in the distance, and I was trying to just make it easier on Terry. I didn't really care, but trying to anticipate. And then she's looking at it saying, aren't we going to go into those clouds? I said, no, we're going to go over them.
Yeah.
Because as you get closer,
as you go closer, it starts to drop it, right?
Now, does this count as IFR instruction?
Officially, according to if anybody from elevation ever asks you, no, it's not instruction.
But technically,
But yeah, I'll sign your logbook.
Okay.
But not today.
Right.
We'll do it when we fly, I'll sign this entry.
I do not want to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what the rules were.
Right. Yeah, but yes, this is IFR instruction. So, yeah. What we're gonna do, actually, speaking of which, we need to start getting you on the schedule so we can start, knocking stuff out.
Right.
So we'll start going through, some of the instrument grounds and all that fun stuff. The rest of them, and that way we can get you ready to go with a written and really wrap up this flying. Because you have all the cross country time you need now, right? I mean, obviously you and I have we have a couple of flights that we need, a couple of longer cross countries we need to do.
Yeah.
Which actually, technically, this almost meets the requirement of one of them, but we.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you just have the one long one?
Yeah.
It's got to be 200 miles or something?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact length. I think it's 150 mile legs, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah, that would be more interesting to do when it actually is IFR than have the goggles on the whole damn time.
Oh, right.
Thanks.
Well, they don't say that you have to wear the goggles the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah.
No? Now on the, when I'm doing VFR cross-country flight plans,
Yeah.
I've started to use the waypoints and things just because they're more readily
You can see them, right? Yep.
Yeah, in the plan. And I know more so where they are. But is that kind of going against the grain by joining the highway when I'm not in the club, or does it make it better for the
no, it's not a problem at all.
Following people, because then they got an idea.
Victor Airways are all part. Victor Airways are even published on the VFR chart. See it? This is a Victor Airway, right? So yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Yep, totally good.
So, I got a local question for you. I don't know if you can answer. There's an island here that we want to go to.
Mackinac Island.
Mackinac Island.
Yep.
Now, it's spelled M-A-C-K-I-N-A-C.
Yeah.
Then there is Mackinac City, M-A-C-K-I-N-A-W.
Yep.
Are both pronounced Mackinac?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're both Mackinac.
And there's no fuel on Mackinac Island, so you got to go here. And now Terry's not afraid of flying over the water because I took some shortcuts.
Oh, she's not afraid of it anymore?
No. But I could still be 15 miles out, and I showed her the glide slope.
I mean, look, if you go up at the, if you go up to the, up to the, in the flight levels, or, not in the flight levels, but you go up to 17.5 on your way up there.
Yeah.
You're going to be, you can glide just about anywhere doing that.
All right, but I don't know if it's totally, in the summertime, in the wintertime, when you're dead in the cold water, I might want to do that. But I don't know if it's worth the juice for being afraid of, or being safe anyway.
I'll tell you, it's not just about the cold water though, okay? It's going to take a while for search and rescue to come find you.
Yeah.
Right? The sharks in Lake Michigan might get to you first.
The freshwater sharks?
Right. Want to go ahead and turn on your pitot heat since we're up here in the, we're kind of, but it's 1 degree Celsius. It's kind of in that range where it's like.
Oh yeah, we got the water. I got to start thinking about that.
600 Mike Zulu, contact approach 126.5.
126.5, 600 Mike Zulu. Approach 69 Mike Zulu is with you at 8,000.
Sure, 69 Mike Zulu, Moss search low, Mitch altimeter 2964.
2964, 69 Mike Zulu. That's really cool.
Yeah. It's like we unlocked a new area.
Alright. Toward that. Okay, now we're on top of the clouds.
So do you turn your GoPros completely off, or do you just you just stop recording during that?
I turn them off.
Off.
Yeah.
For Forca Hotel, I maintain 9,000.
I know there's some. So there's some GoPros or cameras that when you press it's basically continuously recording.
Delta 1246, cross 60 at or above 2,900, cleared on Zulu, runway 25 search.
So basically, you can, if you start it right now, it'll actually include that last 30 seconds.
The RNAV, GPS Zulu, runway 25 left approach, Delta 1246.
There's a battery life problem, so we normally fly 2 hours, and they're good.
Northern Jet 610, turn left heading 270 vector for executive.
And there's so much in between that's just a waste.
Yeah.
Northern Jet 610, what approach are they using down there?
And then the file size gets big, and then the battery just gets drained.
Sure.
And it's more of the file sizes. So, and these aren't GoPros, obviously.
Right.
These are DJIs, which I like much better.
Yeah. Well, so it's funny. The guy up there, he he has the DJI. He said the Osmo 5. Is that what?
Oh, the 5. Well, these are 4s.
Are those Osmi or Osmo or something like that?
Yeah.
Or are those Action 4s?
That's a good question.
I think those are Action. So.
Oh, there's another one, Osmo?
Yeah, Osmo or Osmi, something like that.
Oh.
5.
DJI?
Huh?
The DJI?
Of DJI, yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Does it look like that?
I don't know. It wasn't in the plane today.
Oh.
But it's, he said that lasts him about 4 or 5 hours on a charge.
Really?
Yeah. Of recording the entire flight. So.
Northern Jet 610, turn left heading 200.
53. Oh, you got cold?
Yeah, I got a little cold. Are you warm?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
Northern Jet 610, you can continue direct Thor.
Yeah, we were in, on the way home, I was trying to figure out why it was so fucking cold, and I couldn't turn the heater on, and I couldn't get any heat.
Oh my goodness.
There's
610, contact Chicago approach, 120.55.
there's two of them underneath the dash here.
That twist?
Yes. Mine
So
was
that's why it was
closed.
so freaking cold that one day that you and I were flying.
Yes. And I was getting freezing, you were getting boiling, or whatever it was.
Now, I was freezing cold.
Yeah, well, for some reason, when I opened it up, everything started working.
Oh.
Like, oh, shit.
There's one on either side, too?
Yes, yep.
Oh. That's good to know.
Yeah, so here, look, feel down there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, that does blow. Wow. Oh, nice. Huh. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that was a pretty interesting airplane though there.
Oh yeah, how'd your flight go?
Oh, it was good. It was good. I mean, all my landings were top tier.
Where'd you land?
Well, we went to central Wisconsin, and then we went down to Manitowoc, and then back up.
Delta 1246, contact the tower, have a good day.
Where's Manitowoc?
Delta 1246, have a good day.
West of it's MTW. Or east of Oshkosh, rather.
Oh.
So a little bit further east. A little further, no, further east. Up. There you go.
There, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how'd you do? How's it fly?
Oh, it flies great. Yeah, he said he'll have me solo it. We just had some problems with the fuel flow today. That's why he didn't want me. We didn't want to send it. I didn't want to take it today.
Yeah.
Did you get your movies watched, or were you editing some videos or something? Or?
Yeah, I just, I got the 360s done.
Oh, nice.
Actually, you can see your landing didn't look so bad on the camera.
Oh, no?
Oh.
They'll never know.
Yeah, well, I got to post it, obviously, so.
Yeah, let's see. That one?
Here's your landing.
Oh, wow. That's such good quality.
You warm enough?
Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, go ahead.
Seven Lehman Golf, how are the flight conditions out there?
Isn't that awesome?
That is sick.
Yeah.
Turn it over a little bit to
Yeah.
get your...
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a Cessna landing there.
Yep.
For sure. On center line, though.
Yep.
What's this here? don't know what I... Nice.
Put it around, but then, oh wait, there's a better one. Oh, here's this one. This one's cool.
Oh, wow.
Medevac, Phoenix Global 103 Milwaukee, departure radar contact, proceed direct Hawken, climb maintain 13,000.
Nice. Nice. I'll have to, when you post that on YouTube, let me know. I'll send the link to my dad.
Okay. There's tanks.
Hawk rate 50 Mike Zulu Milwaukee approach, altimeter 2965, descend and maintain 4,000.
Okay, so on our...
Hawk 0 Mike Zulu, expect the visual approach runway 28.
Okay, so we're 8,000.
Medevac Global, section Phoenix Global 103, contact Chicago Center 123.82, good evening.
So we're 6,000 feet above where we want to be.
Yep. And we're going to wind up asking for the visual to runway to Janesville.
Okay.
Because clouds are only at 3,400, so they'll be able to drop us down right below the clouds, and then we can just go in visually.
Oh, cool. Okay.
KLM 611 heavy Milwaukee approach, altimeter 2965, after Cheddar, descend and maintain 13,000.
So do we need to start descending here soon, right?
Let's see, how far are we actually from the airport?
Oh no, wait, we're still 100 miles away.
So we're about 30 miles from the airport.
Oh wait.
November, Cirrus Skylane 921 Echo Milwaukee approach, altimeter 2965.
That's
14 minutes. Wait. Estimate ETA 303. Okay, we're coming up. So what is going on here?
I do not know what it's saying 107 miles for.
That's 4937 Milwaukee approach, altimeter 2965. Expect RNM Zulu runway 25 left approach.
Trip back and forth.
Must be.
So we need to go. So Tiro essentially is. You use that as our distance to the airport, right?
Yeah.
So we want to get.
Hawker 0 Mike Juliet, turn right heading at 040 vector approach.
You talking to us?
No, I was Hawker.
Oh, okay.
So what you can do? Okay, so how many feet do we need to descend?
Watch this. This is cool.
Okay.
So on this, if I just turn the radio, it gives me.
Milwaukee approach at 4854.
There you go.
Golf.
Nice.
With you at 7,000. Request a 25 right.
Runway 32. North German. 45 for Golf Milwaukee approach, altimeter 265. You can expect visual approach runway 25 right.
Initial contact information with the.
Expect 25 right for Golf.
Janesville, Southern Wisconsin Regional, put information, Whiskey Time 1745, weather, wind 290 at 15, gust 21, visibility 10. Sky condition, ceiling broken 3,400, temperature 17, dew point 7, altimeter 29067. Visual approaching news, landing and depart runway 32.
Should I set it to 296?
North German,
2 Charlie Zulu, Milwaukee approach, altimeter 265, expect RNAV Zulu, runway 25 left approach.
Okay, what were you saying before?
So, so to kind of give an idea as to like when we need to start asking to go down,
Yeah.
okay, is so 300 feet per mile. So we need to get down. We need to drop 6,000 feet. We need to be starting a descent down to 2,000 by 20 miles. So I would be I would start asking for a descent maybe down to 4,000 if you wanna request to start.
Here, stand by Zulu, contact Rockford approach 121.0. Good day.
Contact Rockford.
Contact Rockford.
121.0.
121.0, 69 Mike Zulu.
And then, so when you check in with them, say that you're level at 8,000, request lower.
Rockford approach, 69 Mike Zulu is with you at 8,000, request lower.
69 Mike Zulu, Rockford approach, truck altimeter 29070, he's going to maintain 3,000, he's coming in for a visual to Janesville today.
Correct. Visual 3,000, descend to maintain 3,000, 69 Mike Zulu.
69 Mike Zulu, roger, Janesville information, Whiskey's current, let me know when you have Whiskey, expect the visual approach runway 32.
We have Whiskey, 69 Mike Zulu.
Rockford approach, clip 25 Golf, we'd like to start our approaches at Rockford Airport, sir.
Runway 25 Golf, roger, say request.
Yes, sir, we'd like to do the ILS 1.
Number 25 Golf, the ILS 1 is currently out of service. I can get you that, or I can request an RNAV for you, and I can try to check with the tower, see if they can accept an ILS 7, but that will give you a really bad tailwind.
Okay, we'll just take the RNAV T5, sir.
Number 25 Golf, roger, you're going to maintain 5,000 for now, fly heading of 080, vector 3 RNAV runway 25.
Okay, now while I'm just
Down to 5,000 and 080 on the heading.
What's that?
The ILS.
while I'm descending, do I keep,
25 Golf, how was first terminate?
when I get to
Sure, and then do a few
landing,
more.
so if I reach it in now, it'll make it too cold, right? So I want to keep it lean while I'm descending.
Sir, 69 Mike Zulu, you're clear direct Janesville, and on your rollout, Janesville will be 12 o'clock and 50 miles. I'm knowing you at Janesville in sight.
Clear to Janesville, 69 Mike Zulu, and we'll let you know when we have the airport in sight, 69 Mike Zulu.
Alright, so go Janesville, so you're highlighted Janesville right now, direct. Enter, because that's going to activate direct to Janesville, one more. Okay, and start a turn toward Janesville.
Okay.
Let's can we go down any quicker?
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's go.
I always ended up putting it to 1,000.
Let's try
1183 to 7
That's a good example.
So,
of what
okay, so
happens
we've got two options, okay? So we can go down faster, or we can ask them for vectors for our descent.
I don't care going fast.
So we can do it. You're right. I'm just saying those are your options as an instrument pilot, okay? You got a couple. Those are your two out, right? You can say, okay, I'm unable to make that descent. Can you give me vectors for the descent?
Oh, okay.
All right, next frequency.
Next frequency.
Yeah, what's your next frequency going to be?
Oh, well, I think you go. Oh, the tower.
Yep.
Okay, so I go frequency, Janesville Tower, enter, and I
There
wait.
you go.
Okay.
Go, and you'll be ready to.
2474, Rockford departure ident.
It does have the.
2474,
Yeah,
radar
so it's still
contact 2
drawing
miles
the
north of
approach.
Monroe Airport, that's indicates 3000. Turn right, heading of 140, vector for sequencing into Janesville.
So it seems like we put it to
2474,
50%.
Janesville information Whiskey is current. You can expect the visual approach runway 32.
Is
Let me
that
know when you
the
have
happy
Whiskey.
1,000. It seems to help on the
on the cooling side.
Just on everything.
6.2 to 10,000.
It really maintains the speed.
Yeah.
787 Lima Mike.
So now that you have, we got so much power pulled back, you can go ahead and increase your manifold, or your mixture now, right? Because your manifold pressure is below,
turn left heading 070.
below 26 inches.
070, Chief Echo.
Yeah,
So
I was doing that to maintain temperature.
Well, what happens to your temperature when you?
It goes way down. So then
Yeah, your EGTs drop down, but your CHTs stay high.
425 Golf and to maintain
EGTs are fine to go down.
Yeah, the
You're not gonna. Yeah, EGTs cooling down doesn't shock cool the
Mike
engine.
Zulu, Janesville at 12 o'clock.
You see the airport? Go ahead and report it in sight. Okay, airport in sight.
approach airport in sight, 69 Mike Zulu.
69 Mike Zulu, Roger. Clear vision approach runway 32. Radio service terminated. Contact Janesville Tower 18.8.
Contact Janesville Tower, 69 Mike Zulu.
It's a cleared visual.
Clear visual.
474.
Right. So right now, so you have the airport in sight.
Yeah.
Let's start. So change to sync your heading bug.
The heading bug.
Yep, heading bug heading, and then just crank that to the left to parallel to go on a base, right? So you're on this way. You're setting yourself up for a base to runway.
Okay.
32. Your heading for this is going to be about a 240. It's going to be about 240. Because your track, you want to get to about a 225 track.
Okay.
Over about a 240 heading. And then you can contact tower. Tower, no. How far out are you?
How far out am I?
So you're 8 miles northeast. Visual runway.
Janesville Tower, 69 Mike Zulu, 8 miles northeast. Visual 32.
69 Mike Zulu, Janesville runway 32, clear land, wind 290 at 15, gust 22.
Clear land, runway 32, 69 Mike Zulu.
There you go. Clear to land if you do your landing light thing.
Landing light, mixture rich, fuel. Okay, now we are going quickly, and
so if you're going to
really
make it,
slow down.
Slow down if you think you won't make it.
I'm going to turn a little bit more, or do I just keep going?
You just kind of set it up to make yourself stay perpendicular to the runway, right? So you see runway 32,
right.
Keep yourself set up to stay perpendicular to the runway.
I'm far enough out.
If you think so, I don't know. You fly your airplane a lot more than I do.
Well, I haven't got that perfect yet.
Oh, you have an idea.
Yeah.
So you might want to, so you need to...
I need to get this to 1900.
18.
And now my power's going down.
Increasing your vertical speed again.
Good.
I just did that because we're kind of getting tight on it. Might need to pull that power back a bit more to really... You want to increase...
Not go up anybody else's ass.
Yeah, it'll increase this vertical speed just a little bit more.
Good. Brakes test.
So if you need to, widen it up, right? So that you give yourself some more space, right? Because you're going to need space to slow down. We're cooking down. We're going to make the altitude, but you're going to need, room to slow yourself down, right?
All right. And I just pull the power back. Use that big ass propeller to.
That's right.
Slow me down. Okay, so.
There you go.
Route ahead. Okay, so now, gotta make sure.
So now I would be kicking off your autopilot now.
Okay.
And you hand fly the rest of the land.
Okay. So now I want to set to 2-2.
I wouldn't even worry resetting that bug. Unless you're trying to confirm
the
runway
that you're on.
Oh, okay, then you want that on your 320 then if you're
Well, I do it this way so that I know I'm going this way and it's got to be centered, and I'm just looking for the half.
Oh, gotcha. When you turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way I'm not turning it all the way around.
Gotcha.
Okay, I want 1800, right?
Well, I mean, you want to be going down. You need to be descending.
Oh,
3-2 is perpendicular to us. Yeah, you're below one. You're below 120 or 119 if you.
Yep. 50. Uh, 104.
500.
Gonna go 30. Lights on, mixture rich, boost. There's the light, thank you.
Yep.
Nobody flying today?
I guess not.
Okay. Why does it say I'm so low?
That nose pointing down the runway.
Cirrus 9 Mike Zulu, say parking.
Parking elevation, 69 Mike Zulu.
69 Mike Zulu, left on Alpha Bravo to frequency parking.
Left on Alpha Bravo, parking, 69 Mike Zulu.
Get a little bit more aileron over into that wind.
Yeah.
And get that rudder into the right, okay? Because we landed with our nose kind of pointing to the left of the center line.
Yeah.
You want to get that.
So just at the last second though, right?
Right, just at the last second, right? Once you're kind of entering ground effect is a good time to start doing that. Making that transition.
Central Tower, Colony 474, we're about 10 out on left face 32.
You can put that pitot heat off too.
2474 James Tower, runway 32, clear land, wind 280 at 16, gust 23.
Clear land 32, Colony 474.
You're clear. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Check. Oops. Oops.
Well, thank you, John.
My pleasure, thank you.
Very much.
Oh, shit, I didn't turn that back on again? Damn it.
What's that?
The camera. Well, that one. Any of them. I'm hoping I had to. Oh well.